Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hesy back with another video. Now, look, check me out. This is a long-awaited video for y'all boys. It is June, all right? It is 6 months in 2023, and this is I think this is what, the first, maybe the second loadout, DPS loadout video y'all getting from me, you know what I'm saying? And this is like really needed, you know what I'm saying, after the ELG nerf. I'm not gonna lie, ELG nerf has changed up a lot of things. You go ice, you can't stay in ice elemental the whole time because they don't got the same supercharged spam, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit has changed. And I'm still gadgets, and I'm about to start switching to other powers because I'm off of gadgets. This video right here is what, you know what I'm saying, what's been making me not switch my power. So gadgets is a beast, I'm not gonna lie. If y'all see me play with this damn power, me being artifact swapping, everything is perfect with this shit. I wish I could have got a perfect gameplay with my new artifacts, with my 200 flute, my 200 mercy, and yeah, just those other DPS artifacts that could help my damage on the scoreboard. I wish I could have got some perfect gameplay with that, with gadgets, but I just want to let y'all know, I don't got perfect gameplay, and the bitch is still smacking. It's still smacking. So I'm gonna get y'all boys a loadout for this. I'm gonna show y'all the artifacts we running. Unfortunately, I know they have a new sauce for the artifacts with the Dead King Scepter being 200. I do have mine 200, so I'm looking to how that works. I'm gonna do a reaction to that video. Get this video to 100 likes, and I'll drop that reaction as soon as possible because I already know where to get the video from, and I won't share it to y'all, so we could get a new updated guide for these artifacts, and that'll be a whole other video right there, just me going over the artifacts. So basically, I'll be giving y'all boys my melee loadout, my single target loadout, my AoE / single target loadout, and really that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do trolling, and I do not do precision. You know, it's my gang for life, and I hope y'all boys enjoy this video. Let's get into this shit. Alright, so look, we're gonna go into my artifacts now. I'm going to my artifacts and my white sockets. Now, pretty much nothing has changed. Well, I ain't gonna lie. White sockets have not changed, you know what I'm saying? You should always have the same white sockets. For your weapon, you already know you need that blast adapter for DPS. It gives you extra damage. Your neck mod, you need escalating might. Head mod, I am running supercharged Neo Venom boost, so when I pop, Neo Venom might get some supercharged back. RIP ELG. We got the accelerator suppressor turn, so we get suppressor turn back up cooldown quicker. Penetrating strikes is better than core strength. Make sure you always run that. Legs, restorative taser pull. It helps me a little bit from when I am doing my single target loadout with my amulet, because taser pull is the #1 move I use with my amulet, and it takes me for like 100k. So having that, you know what I'm saying, a little small hit every time I do taser pull, it definitely helps. For my foot mod, I do have Temple Master. I don't need dashing combos because I don't have any super speed moves inside of gadgets. Like I don't need Whirl and Dervish or any of those, so I don't need that. I can use Tumbling Master and just be real saucy with it. I got improved stealth. You can't run max damage because you need improved stealth, so you can go in and out of stealth and not get damaged. And also with amulet, you will damage yourself, so that also helps. You know what I'm saying? Tumbling Master OP. So with these artifacts, same artifacts as always. You know you need that transformation card. These are I'm gonna tell you the artifacts you need. All right, if you already have your Eye of Gemini, I advise you to keep this shit. But the runs I run right now, and I still be smoking people, this is after the ELG nerf. I do have my transformation card, my Eye of Gemini, and my Linares amulet. Now I would change these slots. That's the only thing I would change. I probably just put my Linares and my amulet second, and my Eye of Gemini on the third slot, just because I don't think most people will still be running it. I do be seeing people running, but more people are spreading out now. You don't see people stacking because it doesn't stack anymore. And like you get free damage, you probably gonna just be off for one person, you know? So you really don't have to keep that on all the time. So you can probably keep on strategist card when you're about to pop a supercharge, pop your Eye of Gemini. But I still run my Eye of Gemini in the second slot just so I could get that free damage. You know? I could go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, when I pop a supercharge, I can pop on Scrap of Soul Cloak and take off my amulet. Pop on supercharge and put my amulet back on. I rather artifact swap my amulet than my Eye of Gemini. It's just better for me. You know, I still have a chance to get free damage from the amulet, and I also have the Piper Pursuit that I can get my free damage also from. Let's get back into the artifact. So I definitely did go off track with that. So we do have the transformation card, the amulet, and the Eye of Gemini. This is for my melee loadout. We do have the Scrap of Soul Cloak I use. I do use the strategist card just in case I do not have a good decent healer. I will take off my amulet and I'll put on strategist card. I do have my Dead King Scepter for my orbital strikes, my Philosopher's Stone for my superchargers. These are not artifacts you need. The Dead King Scepter and Philosopher's Stone, you don't have to worry about those. But definitely the Scrap of Soul Cloak, the flute, the strategist card, the transformation card, the amulet, and the Eye Gemini are some good DPS artifacts that can help your damage go up. I'm not gonna lie to you, it can help it go up. You know what I'm saying? You'd have the honorable mentions for just being a DPS in general. The Philosopher's Stone, the Philosopher's Stone helps. It gives you a might buff when you pop your supply drop. It makes you don't take damage from 10 moves to like 10 seconds, I think it is. For 6 seconds, up to 6 seconds. And that's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? You pop your amulet, you're not taking damage from it. And then you also have the Dead King Scepter. This damage does go on the leaderboards, so it's like basically more free damage. And then you also have the orbital assistance that you can just keep cheesing off of. I'm not sure how to quite do that yet, but you can still cheese off of that, and that'll be more free damage. You also have your Mercy artifact. When you call out your pets, it's gonna do damage just you calling them out. You know, you got somebody next to you, they just calling their pets out for free. You know what I'm saying? For free, no damage. You calling out your pets out for like 1,000,000 damage. Why would you not want to take that? You know, and it's gonna go on the scoreboard. So you do have these honorable mentions: the Dead King Scepter, the Philosopher's Stone, and the Mercy. The thing about the E-Bond, I will say the E-Bond is a good artifact. I would, me personally, if you have the amulet, don't touch the E-Bond. If you have the E-Bond, you don't have to worry about the amulet. You can have either or. If you want to be that guy, which I'm going to try and be that guy, I'm going to have both of these. I want to run both of these. Transformation card, amulet, and E-Bond. It's going to come somewhere in the near future, maybe in the later future. I'm not going to lie. But those artifacts, the E-Bond with the amulet and transformation card, is going to be hard as fuck to run. But I think I can find a way around it. Let's get into these loadouts because I definitely stood on these artifacts and white sockets for a little minute. Alright, so this is something new that I have not actually yet did, but I do know this is actually needed. So for my allies, I will be showing y'all what allies I do use. I'm gonna say this right now before I go into the loadout separately. So for my AoE loadout, these are the allies I use. I use Aquaman support, hear my call, just so summon pets. Ongoing damage is increased by 7 when you take damage. What the fuck? Why is that on? Hold up. Why is that on? Why is that on? What the hell? What the hell? Unequip ally. I could be doing way more damage. Why the fuck was this not correct? So basically, I don't know what the fuck that was doing. But you basically supposed to have Seaside Restart on there. Seaside Restart will help you, every time you call a supercharged ability, your combat ally is reduced, you know what I'm saying? His cooldown is reduced. So I run that one. I do run Luck of the Draw for the 3% might. And I do run Shazam for my AoE dude that I call out, because Shazam does the most AoE damage that I think is out of him or Superman. But I do run him because the motherfucker's strong, you know what I'm saying? He has a little proc that he does like Tesla Ball, and it's definitely nice. For my single target loadout, I do switch it up. I do still run Seaside Restart. I still do run Seaside Restart for my single target loadouts, but I would still run Seaside Restart, but I would change my support ally 1 to actually Shazam, and I'll get his might bonus from the power of Shazam. Activating the combat abilities grant. Activating the allies' combat ability grants 5% might and 2.5% precision for 30 seconds. So every time I pop a supercharge, is going to help my ally come up cooldown, but every time I pop my ally, I'm going to get a 5% buff. And for my combat ally, I do run my boy Crypto. He does the highest single target damage in the game, so you do need to run this motherfucker so for a single target. He is going to smack the fuck out of boss like 200k a second, and it's not that hard to rank him up. You know what I'm saying? That's all the allies I run. So I told you what I run for single target. I showed you what I run for AoE, and that's really it. Let's get into these shits. All right, y'all. So this is my melee loadout now. If you do look at the screen now, I did change one of these moves. This is my old loadout that I was running. If you go look at my old DPS gadget loadout for gadgets, this was my old melee loadout, Vortex Cannon. Now the thing about this is it has changed up. You know what I'm saying? I run Fear Gas instead of Vortex Cannon. Fear Gas, it does like a DOT, you know what I'm saying? And then with the elite ads, you have that damage over time. And it's definitely nice. The damage over time is nice in elite because those ads have a lot more health. And it's just like, hey, it's just damage over time. Now, I do use Vortex Cannon, but I would run Vortex Cannon if I was running, I'm sorry for that noise. I would use Vortex Cannon if I was running somewhere like regular, if I was running a regular raid, you know what I'm saying? Just so I could just get that burst damage, because Vortex Cannon is burst damage rather than damage over time. So, you know, you'll try to get as much damage as you can as possible because those ads are dying fast. you want to burst those. You want to burst those ads down with Cyclone Push into Suppressor Turret into Vortex Cannon. That's a lot of burst damage right there. You want to try and get as much as you can out. But in Elite, it changes the flow, and that's why you would want to run Fear Gas, because look at that damage over time, and it's just real nice to see the numbers just ticking, you know. So that's the only thing that changes in the loadout. So let's go over it. You do have Cyclone Push, Suppressor Torrent, Fear Gas, Implosion Mine, Paralyzing Dart, and we go into Stealth. Now the way I run my superchargers is I do have my gas, my speed drain, and my Neo Venom boost. Now with this, before I pop my gas or I pop my speed drain, what I would do is I would go into my loadout, I will artifact swap. This is just I'm just telling you something. That's why I run these artifacts. I will artifact swap, you know what I'm saying? Pop a power or two, you know what I'm saying? Just so the artifact could proc. And I would switch it back. And then I would go into my supercharger and pop one of those superchargers out of speed drain or the gas, because it will give me free damage from those. You know, I won't get free damage from Neo Venom Boost because it doesn't actually do damage. But from speed drain, if I'm close enough, I will get that damage proc. And from gas, I will get that damage proc from anywhere because this is a range supercharge. So we do have battle display in this loadout. You probably will not click, you know what I'm saying, pop this, but you might, who knows. And I do have Cuff 'em and EMP Pulse. I'm going to show you how to do this loadout from left to right. Before I actually get into that, I want to show you the way you could do this stealth loadout real quick to get that battle display. So you could do Cuff 'em into battle display and then go into EMP Pulse. That'd be the way to go, you know what I'm saying, just so you can get the proc. I'll probably say proc it once and then just go through your rotation. So it goes something like this. I just fucked that up. How about that? So you'll go in there, cuff them into, you know what I'm saying, battle display, and then you can pop your EMP pulse. So basically, you still have this, your battle display up, and you're going through your rotation, and battle display gives you that weapon percentage damage. Now, if you're a DPS, you're going to be tapping before you pop any moves. You're going to do that tap triangle, and that 30%, that 30% is going to help you. It's going to help you. I shit you not, it's going to help you. I don't care what anybody says. It boosts your precision. That's more damage, you know, you're just going to be doing free damage. So, the way I do it, I don't always do cuff them into a battle display. I would probably just do, I'll probably go into stealth, cuff them, jump. If you jump when you press cuff them, you could go immediately into EMP pulse and it'll look like this. You be in and out real quick. You know, if you're in motions, you can do that real quick where you cannot even, like, if you're not lagging anything, it will go so smooth. I'm gonna show you what it looks like real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then you back into your loadout, you know? it's just real smooth. So what I'm going to tell you right now, when I do go over these artifacts, I'm gonna be using artifacts that actually put damage on the boards for me. Well, not damage on the boards, but it's gonna actually like affect the parsers. Like I can't use Eye of Gemini in the Hall of Legends, you know. I'm not gonna be popping superchargers. It's just pointless artifacts to have up on there, you know. It's not gonna give me no damage or help my damage. So I'm gonna run Strategist card just so I can show the damage, and I'm gonna run Grimorium also just so I can have some damage over time. I cannot run my Amulet because I don't have a healer with me. I could run Solar Amplify to give me might, but why not just take the damage over time from the Grimorium? If you do have Quizlet, Quizlet is the better version of Grimorium. So let's get into this rotation. Okay, I did show my best of what I could show you with gadgets. I'm not gonna lie, gadgets is a very hungry power, and I did forget to say that. Like, it's gonna be hard for you to even like keep up. If you have a bad troll, GG. I hope you got a soda cola because you've been popping that bitch every few seconds. It's gonna be very needed. Gadgets is a very hungry power, And with my allies, I do not run no Batman, no Cyborg to get a, you know what I'm saying, a passive power. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. My damage is going to be there. I might not have no power. We're gonna be struggling, but that's where my supply drop comes from. That's where this soda cola comes from. And look, we gonna get on top of them boards with some power. You know what I'm saying? But we got a 3 mil parcel right there, a 2.6 and a 2.3. My damage was fucked up just because the ads kept moving around. And because I ran out of power, so it's not much you can do. But you saw that bitch go to 3 million. If I keep them ads still and still powered up, you don't think I'm gonna be smacking the piss out them? And then I'm not even buffed either. That 3 mil could be easily a 3.5. If I'm being honest. It's because I'm always off of Omega and a cookie. That's a 10% damage bonus. That 3 mil actually could be a 4 mil. But let's get into these. Let's get into these single target loadouts. Alright, so look, this is my favorite single target loadout for gadgets. I call this the all-in-one. I call this the all-in-one. I probably always say this in all my gadget loadout videos, but look, this is the all-in-one. We have Taser Pull, Suppressor Turret, Fear Gas, Napalm Grenade, Robot Sidekick, Stealth, Tornado Pull, Return to Normal, Paralyzing Dart, Gas, Neo Venom Boost, and Robot Sidekick, so you can still have them. Now, the thing with Stealth is, the way I have mine set up, I do have Return to Normal in here. You have to clip these moves fast as hell. If you clip them fast as hell, you can get all 3 of these moves to proc, right? Like real quick. So you go in there, and from left to right, you should be able to get all moves proc. I didn't get Paralyzing Dart to proc. You'll be able to see it. You saw my Tornado Pull proc, and you'll see something like fly across the screen if I would have got Paralyzing Dart to proc. I still didn't get it to proc that time either. But this is the loadout I run for single target. I run this one for single target just in case the boss has ads come out or there's 2 bosses come out. Like the first boss of TT, E, or regular. I would run this loadout right here just because it's 2 bosses, you know. If the bosses next to each other, I'm going to start spamming Napalm Grenade into Fear Gas, you know what I'm saying, just to bring that health down. Fear Gas is also good for bosses, so it can get the damage over time. But I'm going to be spamming this when they have multiple ads. I can just do that instant switch, like boom. I'm on single target, single target, single target. The bosses come together. All right, boom. I'm on Napalm Grenade right now. Oh, go back to one boss. All right, switch it up. It's an all-in-one loadout. I could do what all I need, and it's fully maxed range. That's another thing about it. My other loadout, you have to be up close, but it's a high as fuck single target loadout. I'm not gonna cap. This one could be max range, and you still do good, decent damage. It's all in one for a reason. All right, so I showed you the loadout from left to right. I will be showing you how to do it. These loadouts have not changed. My single target loadouts have not changed, so it's not going to be that much I need to go over. I will show you the allies I'm running with. Boom, right there. So let's get into this rotation from left to right. All right, so as you can see for these parcels, I did change my artifacts. I gotta let y'all know that I did change them. These are artifacts I run when I am testing on the spawn targets. But as you can see, I started off with a 1.9 mil, you know what I'm saying? 1.9 mil, then I dropped to 1.3, 1.5, 1.6, and then I went back up to 1.7. You know, it does my, you know what I'm saying, this into stealth, that tornado pull into paralyzing dart, that is a big part of your damage. You know what I'm saying? Getting those 2 moves to proc is a big part. Paralyzing dart hits like a truck. It hits like an 18-wheeler, like in a fucking bubble form. So basically, you need both of those to proc, and I guess you could say it's like luck. Maybe if I'm doing it too fast, maybe I'll slow it down. I'm not really quite sure. But more of the time, it'll proc and you'll get that damage. As you see, it went to 1.9. That could be an easily 2 mil single target proc. And this is for my AoE, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I can easily switch it up. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm hitting one. Oh, boom, ads out. Let's get these ads out of here, you know? All in one loadout, you know? Oh, focus the boss, focus the boss, Focus the boss. So switch back to the ad. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just that easy. All in one loadout. You know, you can't go wrong with this. And it's max range, like I told you. So that's enough of this loadout. Let's get into the pure single target loadout. And let's keep it moving. Alright, I just want to say right now that this is how I have my artifacts set up for all my DPS loadouts, because of how EOG and Amulet, you know what I'm saying, just go together. This is how all I have. Like, this is the setup I'm going to continue to run until I change them. I will give you updated, but not quite yet. But this is the run I run for my melee, my single target, my all-in-one loadout. This is the one that gets it done, you know what I'm saying? But we're going, like I said, we're going to switch it up so we get the damage in here. Now, the thing is, I'm also show you my skill points. I'm not sure if you this far in the video, you should know how to spec as gadgets. I'm gonna just show you. You know, you go to full might. I have 532 skill points. If somebody wanted to know. So this is how we do the pure single target loadout. We have taser pull, suppressor torrent, fear gas. I do have speed drain, robot sidekick, and stealth. We have cuff 'em, surprise attack, battle display, robot sidekick, gas, and neo venom boost. Now we do have all these superchargers because of how EOG used to be, you know what I'm saying? You had the EOG spam and everything else. This is a lot you have to do. You have to be relatively close for it to work. I do use surprise attack into battle display. If you do it correct, it could lag and get both of the moves to proc. Something like this. You know what I'm saying? I got surprise attack off and battle display, and I can still get free damage from it. You know, if you get that thing to proc, you know what I'm saying, the first rotation, you good, you know. Just do it for the next few rotations, and you know that's free. That's some free good damage. So we're gonna go over this loadout from left to right because there's not much to really explain for my single target loadouts. They're basically the same. We do have a supercharge here. That's just so we can pop more superchargers, though. You know. Let's get into the rotation from left to right, and I'm gonna show you all that damage. Okay, I know y'all saw that parser, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So we started off at a 1.5, then we got another 1.5. We went all the way up to 1.8. I was bragging about this loadout, but this loadout is definitely strong. I know for sure it is. You know what I'm saying? Most of my surprise attacks wasn't proccing. If you saw that last surprise attack, it didn't proc. That's why I'm fucking laughing, bro. Like, that bitch trying to make me look bad, bro, because they gave me a 1.1 mil parser, bro. But look, this is just to show you that you can make mistakes, bro, and still do a lot of fucking damage. I did 1.8, you know what I'm saying? It started messing up and did 1.6, 1.6. That's more damage than what I started off with, you know what I'm saying? That's just the base damage 1.6, 1.5. You know, so we go up and get some high crits, 1.82 mil on a single parser. It's definitely possible. I'm not even max gear, not even buffed, and I usually am. It's going to be a 2 mil parser on single target. I'm not going to lie to you. But that is gadgets, and that is the rotation from left to right. I will be getting into my thoughts of how gadgets is in just a second, so let's get into it. All right, man, let's end this video on a good note. Gadgets, Clip City gadgets. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Gadgets is my favorite power, bro. The damage you can get with this power is insane. I will let you know right now, if you switch to this power, if you so happen to switch to this power, bro, the damage will be insane. From any power you are at, and if you use this power correctly, your damage will be going, it will change dramatically, and you'll be like, damn, gadget is strong. And now you stay gadgets long enough, and you get used to it, and you switch your power, you're gonna be like, damn, every other power fucking sucks. Gadgets is just one of a kind. And before the EOG nerf, when you can spam so many fucking superchargers, it was even stronger. It was what Drake said, a time to be alive. That's what it was. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna cap. Gadgets is a top tier power. It's a very power hungry power. You definitely need a good group, a good healer, and a good troll if you're gonna be running amulet. And if you're just gonna be DPSing, period. You know what I'm saying? You need a good troll because this bitch is power hungry, viciously power hungry. And I really don't have anything bad to say besides Gadgets is power hungry. You know, it does take some time. You know what I'm saying? But what's time when you got time? Go ahead and practice. You're on the game. Go ahead and practice on the sparring target. You will get the rotation down with ease. Just go ahead and watch people's videos. Slow it down 0.25. You'll get the rotations of these powers. It's not hard. And that's really all I have to say about Gadgets. We are about to get to switching our power. If you do want to catch me live on Twitch, the link is in the description. I do be live on Twitch still to this day playing DC. Y'all will enjoy the streams. I'm going to catch your boys out in the next video. Make sure you hit this like button. Share this video with your friends, your league mates, everybody around you. You know? Hope your boys enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button. We're on the way to 10K. I'm going to catch y'all boys in the next video. AKA, no date.